Hello, everyone. My name is Darlene Arneson. I serve as the District 5 Secretary and President of Mandt Lodge in Stoughton, Wisconsin. So during this time of COVID, we have all been adopting different practices. We've been learning new skills and trying to stay healthy and safe and still work to keep our lodges, vibrant and active and in place and so forth, trying to do the logistical things of getting our lodge business taken care of and activities and follow up for some of the programs and activities that continue and look for ways that we can engage members. So I wanted to do a presentation. We did it for our lodge and our virtual lodge meeting, but I thought I'd share it with the district. Obviously, some of this may be more specific to Stoughton, but it's just some opportunities that you might want to consider for your lodge or give you some ideas. So I'm going to start out with a PowerPoint, and then I'm going to end with a handout that I'm also going to post onto the district website. So let me just get started here. And so this is our COVID-19 programs, activities, and ideas for member involvement. So one of the things that I recommend, and Stoughton is in Dane County, Wisconsin, is that you always start with your county public health department. They are the ones that are going to have the most current rules for you as far as meetings and gatherings and food restrictions and food handling and things like that. And so that is always my first step before each one of our business meetings. I spend a number of hours looking at the Dane County public health requirements, what the current order is. Currently in Dane County, we can only have 10 people inside a building like our lodge and only 25 at outside gatherings. So that puts a lot of restrictions. Your lodge may be in a different situation. So always start out with that county health department. We have been using cultural videos and presentations thanks to Mike Pelichek and his work with the Nordic News. This is a virtual presentation. You can tune in every Tuesday at 6:20 p.m. Central Time, or you can watch the taped ones. And when we get to the handout, I'll show you where you can find those. We also have a speakers bureau on the Sons of Norway District 5 website. There's some presentations that have been uploaded to that, but also there's some contacts there where if your lodge wants to set up a virtual meeting and bring in a guest presenter, that you're able to do that. So I really encourage members to check out our District 5 website. Also on the International Sons of Norway's YouTube channel, they have all kinds of different videos on there. There's ones about the history of Sons of Norway. There's ones that members have uploaded doing different cultural demonstrations and presentations. There's music on there. So a great place. And this is the official name of their YouTube channel. It's Sons of Norway HQ for headquarters. Also, there have been weekly staff updates from the International Sons of Norway office in Minneapolis. David Crabb has been setting these up. David is newer to Sons of Norway, and he has been working with the lodges and helping to put out a number of resources for us. There are, as I mentioned, cultural skills videos. So as we work to promote the cultural skills program with our members, we really encourage you to utilize those videos. And it's also something that your members can do. In part of the requirements for some of the cultural skills, it's on doing a demonstration, doing a presentation, teaching someone how to do that. So they could utilize their cell phone or their grandchildren or kids or whoever to tape them as they're talking about whatever skill that they're working on, whether it be rose mulling or hardanger or stamp collecting or reading or whatever. So using those cultural skills videos to learn is one thing, but also utilizing them to teach others is another part that can be done. Our lodge has its own YouTube channel. I've been populating that with our lodge meetings. So we do our business meetings in a virtual Zoom format, but then for our regular lodge meetings, I've been trying to pick out some different things to focus on. So we did one for like Sitnamai, and I had a lot of pictures from our lodge from previous years. We did a Midsummer's one. And then now I've been focusing more on resources in Sons of Norway and putting together some of the resources that members can take advantage of. And then we've been promoting them watching the Nordic News and other cultural presentations for that aspect. You can learn Norwegian during this time. There are lots of opportunities. There's Vesterheim is doing some classes. Some require payment. Duolingo is another online resource that one of our lodge members uses and had great things to talk about. We have Madison College in the Dane County area that has online offerings in Norwegian for people that can tune in that way. And also on the International Sons of Norway website are the language lessons. So there's the Learn Norwegian in 5 minutes a month. And then if you log into the members only section, there are more in-depth ones. So that's another opportunity. You could also work on your genealogy. We have the Norwegian American Genealogical Center in Nesset Library in Madison. They have a number of webinars that are free online. They also have classes that they are offering virtually. And also if you're in this area, you can go in. Their building is now open again. They are newly remodeled and ready to take in people. So they have to do it by appointment and they're limited on numbers. But working on your genealogy, this is a great time to do that. You know, those are always some of those projects that, oh, when I have time, you know, I'll get around to doing that. And we just don't take the time. So having this time to work on that, and also writing. They have a writing course too on writing your family's history. And this could be a great opportunity for you to be documenting a lot of your family's history and sharing that with your kids and kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, and so forth. So I think a good opportunity. They also, as I mentioned, have free online webinars. They have had funding from the Edward and Janet Bryant Foundation. And so you can be watching those free of charge or utilizing some of the other services that they have. And they have a whole series of videos as well on their website, along with other resources, a Getting Started guide, and they're continuing to add some new presentations on naming and how to use services such as Ancestry and so on, and utilizing that information. The international website is full of different things that you can take advantage of. There are presentations, there are the cultural medals, the sports medals, you know, there is a language part, there's a recipe box, and then just a lot of other documents that you can utilize and read. There's a blog on there, so if you're into communicating with other people on various Sons of Norway topics and so on, you can participate in that. They also have brought back Viking for Kids. This is going to be a quarterly digital publication, so that's something too that whether you're able to get in person with your kids and grandkids or great-grandchildren, or whether you're doing some virtual things, you could pull that up on your computer and share the screen and talk about those, or do some of these things together, which would be kind of cool. Under the cultural programs part of the international website is a recipe box. You know, there is that cooking Norwegian foods cultural skills medal, and very underutilized. Many of us are doing a lot of those things that probably have qualified over and over and over for those medals, but haven't done it. So here's some new recipes to try and to have some fun, and maybe it's something you're taking to some of your members who aren't able to get out and so forth. They also have genealogy resources and guides on the international website, the cultural skills programs and medals, again, you know, or something, you know, it's a good time to take advantage of those. We have a number of members in our lodge who do the rose mowing, they do the knitting, they do the hardangersam or the wood carving, but they just don't take time to do the paperwork. And now, since we're supposed to be social distancing and shelter at home and all of that, this is a perfect time to be doing that paperwork. With the sports program and medals too, lots of great opportunities to get outside and to be able to social distance and be able to earn those medals. So many of you in District 5 participated in the virtual walk to Norway to ring soccer. Some of us have gotten to ring soccer and now we're back. You know, there's a Viking pilgrimage that's on the international website, as well as a number of other sport opportunities. And again, as I mentioned, they have the blogs and the online forums that you can take advantage of, and be able to go back and read and utilize some of the links and so forth. Other things that you can check out during this time of COVID, the Norwegian American is a weekly newspaper. It's offered in hard copy or online. We get it at our house and really enjoy the current articles about Norway, the historical ones, and then some of the other features that they do. If you're in the greater Wisconsin or southern Wisconsin area, Lysrisa, which is the Norwegian Heritage Center in Stoughton, is now open again. They are open Tuesdays to Saturdays from 9:30 to 4:30, and their facility tells the story of the immigration from Norway to America. So that's something to take into account. And always, we love to have people come to Stoughton. We have some wonderful shops downtown. We have great restaurants in our area. We have, when they're open, Lysrisa and the Stoughton Historical Museum. We have the KOSHKONONG Prairie and the KOSHKONONG Prairie Historical Society. Just many, many great things to come and see in the Stoughton area. We also have a brand new hotel as well. So they're called the True Hotel, which is, I believe, part of the Hilton family. So we encourage you to come visit us. And as I mentioned, the KOSHKONONG Prairie Historical Society is located in Cambridge, and that really focuses on the prairie and all the immigration to the prairie. They have some great resources as well, a nice little museum and other offerings. Our lodge does a day on the prairie every summer, usually in August, where we go and visit some part of the prairie. This year we were in historic Rockdale and got to see a number of cool things. The Stoughton Historical Society also has a website and a Facebook page, and we have a museum right across from our Sons of Norway Lodge. We also have the Luke Stoughton House, as well as a small museum in the back of the Chamber's office. So lots of opportunities that way. I encourage lodges to do small group activities. Our lodge is doing a COVID-19 survey where we're asking our members to list their interest and what their comfort levels are about coming back to the lodge and reopening, and that's what we're going to utilize now at our October meeting to determine what we're going to do the rest of the year and kind of our reopening plan. October is Foundation Month, so today is October 1st, a happy Foundation Month, and we hope that your lodge is trying to do something to help promote the Sons of Norway Foundation. You'll notice in your last Viking, there was a foundation envelope. So even if you're not able to do that typical auction or other fundraiser that you like to do at your October Lodge meetings, you can encourage members to send in a donation directly to the foundation. Make sure they list what their lodge is so that your lodge gets credit for all donations coming in from your members. Also, we have a number of lodges, ours included, that are looking at some type of online virtual auction. We've seen some that have done closed Facebook auctions where they'll set up a group, invite people to join that group, and have a list of items and so forth that they can bid on. We're looking at a service called 32 Auction, which gives you up to 20 items free, and a lot of different ways that you can display the information and conduct that auction. So I think that's what we're going to be doing. And so we're running ours the second week of October 11th to the 17th. And so we also had a chance, because we own our building, we had some food in the freezer. We wanted to move some Lefse meatballs and so forth. And we're just encouraging our members to work on those sports medals, to work on cultural skills. We can help you with presentations and so forth, and that we're missing everyone, but we want people to stay safe as well. The other part that I want to show you is a handout that I'm going to send to Richard Fairchild to upload onto the district website. And it's just some ideas that I had on staying active during COVID. It goes into a little bit more detail than the PowerPoint did, but here is a listing of some of those Nordic news topics that they've had, and they continue to add to those. When I did this, we didn't have the September ones up yet. I have the links to the YouTube channels for the international, as well as our lodges one, the links to the different places to find the language lessons, the genealogy resources that NAGC offers in Madison, and kind of the list of all the different topics that they have for videos on the Sons of Norway website. Again, some of those direct links to where information is, the sports medal program, and those 5 different areas that you can gain sports medals. And then this Viking pilgrimage, if you're not familiar with that, I'd really encourage you to take a look at that, because what it does is you're tracking your miles, but you're actually doing the virtual pilgrimage along the route of St. Olaf's Way. So you're going to be starting in one part of Norway, going 387 miles, and you're going to be finishing at the Nidaros Cathedral in Trondheim. And along the way, they have all kinds of historic things and background again about the cities and the areas that you're traveling through. They give you links to the towns and cities and visitor services and so on, so that you can be learning about Norway. So it's kind of a neat, not only a sports project, but it's also a cultural project and something that your members can share. Perhaps if you've had members who have traveled to those parts of Norway, they could supplement this with showing their pictures or slides or something, and really be able to enhance that. There's also a section on the International's website called A Norwegian Reading for Comprehension. It's got a little bit harder language lessons and more grammar and so on. And then I have the links for the other places that I had shown. So as we finish this up, obviously it's a hard time for us. We want to be meeting in person. We want to have our events. Our lodge is very people-based. We need a lot of people to conduct our events. We need a lot of people to attend them. And we literally have not had anything in person at the lodge since March. So owning a building, we also have some financial concerns that we're in good shape for now, but I don't think I'd want to have another year or so of this. So we'll see what happens. If you do need assistance with any virtual meetings and so on, Mike Pelichek, our district treasurer, has been wonderful in working with the lodges and helping to set them up through some of the services that he utilizes. Cheryl Slesher, our vice president, also has subscribed to some of the virtual platforms. I like Zoom, so I can help you out with what I know about Zoom. I'm certainly not a techie by any means, and I can help you with the basics and what I know, but a lot of these virtual platforms have good tutorials, so I've learned a lot just by watching their tutorials, and sometimes it's a matter of just having those kids or grandkids come and help you. If you're trying to do some presentations for your lodge, many of our students, elementary through high school, have all kinds of experience in making videos and doing some editing with those. And it's really a great time, if they want to network with, some older people or with family members, you're getting together, you're meeting virtually or however, I would really encourage you to utilize that. So anyway, so during this time of COVID, obviously we're not getting out to a lot of lodges that are meeting. So, but please reach out to your zone directors. They are there to help you. Anyone on the district board as well. That's what we're there to do. So we hope that everyone is staying well. Thank you for tuning in. And if there's ways that I can help you, please feel free to contact me. Have a great